If you're a woman who sends nudes and you're not rich, meaning if you had $100,000 expense right now, you couldn't pay it, you should be ashamed of yourself. Not just like, oh, you're kind of getting taken advantage of. No, you're completely getting taken advantage of. You're completely getting victimized and used. And honestly, it's sad. If you're a woman who sends nudes and you are getting paid anything less than 100 an hour, matter of fact, if you're even getting paid hourly, if you don't have passive income paying you 100,000 or more a year, and you're watching someone on YouTube who is teaching women who look like you, and probably a lot of women who look worse than you, because a lot of the highest earners I've worked with aren't even the most beautiful women. It's a lot of women you would think are average looking. If you're sitting in front of a person who turns nudes into $1 million in a year consistently, right? And you aren't, you're sending nudes for free, like, and here's the thing, right? What are you getting from that? Like love? Like how many early relationships last? Like how many relationships that young people are having, people our age are having, last even a year, even 6 months? Being rich is the only way to survive. You literally can't survive unless you're rich. Working a job, chances are if you're getting paid minimum wage, or if you're getting paid hourly, you work a job that you don't like. And a lot of people who are making a lot of money still work a job that they don't like. That causes stress. You know what stress causes? Death, literally. Stress causes heart disease. Stress causes mental problems, like mental degradation. It makes Alzheimer's worse. It makes you more likely to get Alzheimer's. In every single way that the human body can fail, I'd say like 80% of those ways are caused by stress. You can look this up. Ask any doctor what the number one cause of death is. I mean, it's heart disease, right? But a lot of heart disease is caused by stress. A lot of overeating is caused by stress. So the actual number one cause of death is stress. And let's not even talk about you. Let's not even talk about the selfish stuff. What if your family member got cancer right now? Even if you do have health insurance, which a lot of people don't, health insurance is not going to get you great cancer treatment, and it's definitely not going to get you the treatment that gives your loved one the highest chance of survival. 1 in 3 people get cancer in their lives. So if you love more than 3 people on this planet, one of them is going to get cancer. Wouldn't you like to be able to step up and save someone's life that you care about so deeply? Think about the 3 people you care about most on this planet. One of them is going to get cancer. What are you going to do on that day? And it might be you. What are you going to do on that day when it happens? You just got the call, you have cancer, or someone you love has cancer, and your heart drops. If you had money, you could guarantee that you could get the best possible treatment there is for that person, and they will have the best possible chance of survival. And honestly, the survival chances from people who get cancer treatment from the top oncology centers and what the regular oncology centers with health insurance, it's kind of a big gap. That's going to cause less stress as well, because because you're paying for the best treatment, there's a good chance they actually survive. Cancer isn't a death sentence anymore. But that's not you right now. That's not what you have the ability to do, and you're sending free nudes. Are you serious? You probably hide your face in a lot of the nudes anyways. Start with a no-face OF account. Right? And when I say OF account, I don't mean actually using the OnlyFans site. They charge 20%. Obviously, I'm not giving 20% of my money to anybody, not the federal government, not OnlyFans, not anybody. I'm a greedy person. I want everything that's mine for me. And that is going to be handed down and passed down to the people I represent, specifically the models I represent. So I'm just using OnlyFans as a term for, subscription model based sex work. Yes, there's ways to make free OnlyFans pages to get all the people who are on the OnlyFans platform to, come over. But the upsell is not going to be to a message in the DMs. The final upsell is going to be onto your own site that you control, that we control, that's going to take money directly from your fans' pockets and put it in yours, not with 20% in the way, or bank exchange fees in the way, or taxes in the way, right? A lot of OnlyFans models are paying 50% in taxes. They don't know how to get around taxes. They're not greedy enough. And Being greedy is okay if you're willing to give back. Like I'm glad to give back to a homeless person who has no way to help themselves, who has a mental disability or has a physical disability, a homeless person in a wheelchair who can't work, whose family kicked them out. I'm glad to give back to that person. I would never give a dime to someone who's sending free nudes though. Why? You have something that's insanely valuable. You have gold and you're getting it for free. And you don't even have to show your face. You don't show your face in the news anyway. Don't show your face on an OnlyFans account. Some people do the lower half of their face. Some people do just the mouth and below. Some people do the neck and below. There's millionaires in every single category I just named you, from here to the whole face, all of it. There's millionaires being made. You're disrespecting those who starve daily. They don't have it. They don't have a $1 million opportunity in front of them. You do. You're disrespecting the causes that you claim to care about. Let's say you care about the environment. Going out and handing out flyers, about the environment, or picking up trash, at least that's not going to do that much. You know who the people destroying the environment are? They're billionaires. And they make a lot of money destroying the environment. If a billionaire wanted to stop destroying the environment, he could play the billionaire game with the billionaires on their level. He could pay politicians to pass laws that tax these billionaires for destroying the planet. He could pay city governments to kick these billionaire companies out that are polluting. Rich people move the world. One billionaire is going to be more effective than 10,000 volunteers. You saw how many people were protesting Black Lives Matter? Did police brutality stop? Did it even get better? And every single cause, there's like this: the vaccines, the climate protesters. The dude blew himself up or like burned himself or something in front of the Supreme Court. Do you think that's going to change anything? The only way to actually change this world is to be a rich person. So any cause you claim to care about, if you care about it so much, why don't you get rich and make it happen? You're disrespecting all these people by deciding to be broke and send free nudes. But you're not doing it on purpose. I don't blame you. You didn't choose to be a woman. You didn't choose to, get attention from every guy, on the street, at work, in the DMs. You didn't choose that. You didn't choose to have all these guys trying to get in your pants. You didn't choose to have that power. But you do have that power. And it's dumb to waste it. It's so dumb to waste that power. This channel will show you how not to waste the power. There's videos on this channel that show you how not to waste the power. Yes, OF is one of the avenues, but you can just marry the right person. That can be one of the avenues. You can use that power to further your creative career, whatever creative aspirations you have. That's an avenue. You could literally sell your body on the street. That's an avenue. I have guides for all of these avenues. I have a list of all the avenues as well. I'm just reciting the ones that come to the top of my head, but whatever avenue you want to use, whether respect is your main thing, then I would recommend you go with something like marriage or some long-term relationship, even if that needs to be polyamorous or somewhat open for you, because there are people open to everything. If you didn't just, use the guys on Tinder to follow your Instagram, you actually gave them the time of day and tried to build a relationship with them, you'd be surprised at what they'd let you get away with. But whatever you do, you need to use it, because it's there, you have it, and it's going to go. Most women are not as beautiful at 40 as they were at 20. A huge percentage. And it's like, a lot of times it's a sharp decline. A lot of times you go from like an 8 to like a 5 or worse. You have it now. You're not going to have it forever. Use it. If you don't have 100 bands, and 100 bands is really low. Really, we should be talking $1 million. If you don't have $1 million in your bank account or assets, you need to watch this video. And you need to watch all the videos on this channel. Because life is going to get tough. This channel will show you how not to waste the power. And a lot of you guys don't even know how strong the power is. The power to make even the most powerful man, even the man you think is the most dominant or confident or impressive or aggressive, to make him get on his knees and cry for you and beg you and give his last dollar for you and do literally anything for you. Even the president, look at who the president married. Look who Donald Trump married, just a model. But she wasn't a dumb model. She wasn't like most models in that they're getting told what to do, moved around, used, being in cattle calls like a piece of cattle. She knew her power and she used her power. And she climbed nearly to the absolute top of what you can climb. She has a billionaire, a rich billionaire, a powerful billionaire that was the president of the United States. You're not going to find that on Hinge, right? But you can find it, and I will, in more videos on this channel, teach you how to find it. But in this video, the free video, I'm going to give you a free tip. You know, there's Patreon content about, you know, the more in-depth things, but I'm going to give you a free tip in this video. Go on Tinder, you're probably on there already, and talk to every guy you match with. I'm not gonna say swipe on every guy, but let's just say lower your standards. Like, pretend like you're drunk, right? Lower your standards to drunk standards. Not like what your usual picky standards are, but not like all the way to the bottom either. Not just swiping on everybody. I'd say bring it about 70% in the middle, but a little bit higher than in the middle. And talk to every guy on there. Talk to every guy you match with. You don't have to, you know, have a full-on conversation with him if he starts getting bored, you know, or he starts like, you know, being too thirsty. Here's what you do. Ask him for money. And see how much money you make. Now don't just say, hey, can you send me 100? Say, you know, honestly, I want a man who's gonna take me seriously and who's able to provide for me and take care of me. And I'm willing to obviously do my part as a woman in turn for that, but not being able to, you know, provide for me, that would be a deal breaker for me as far as a romantic relationship. Say something along those lines and see how much money you make. Even if you feel like it's begging for money, even if you feel like it's pride, you don't actually have to take the money, but see how much they're willing to pay you. That's free knowledge. That's free advice. Honestly, you should pay me for this. And when you make some of that money, even if you don't want to take it, take at least 2 of the guys and take their money and send it to me, because I deserve it for just giving you that. I deserve it. I just gave you that for free. So yeah, if you're a woman who sends nudes and you're not rich, you should be ashamed of yourself. But that's completely fine, because there are plenty of ways to fix it. If you want to go with this channel, you know, and all the knowledge and advice, the in-depth knowledge and advice that's going to be on here, that's fine. If you want to go with the Patreon for this channel, that's going to be even better, because you're going to get direct coaching and direct walk-through step-by-step information, as opposed to, you know, general advice. Content like that's going to be on the Patreon it takes more of my time, and me talking back to the people who are on there also takes a lot of my time, so I need to be compensated for that. But you'll be compensated, you know, well over what you're paying me. And if you don't feel like what you paid me is worth what you made from it, I don't want your money. Take it back. Keep it. So you can do that. You can do this channel. You can do the Patreon. You can do whatever you want. Just don't be used. You can. There's plenty of other OnlyFans coaching channels on YouTube. OnlyFans videos on YouTube. People you probably know in real life. You could even do it yourself on your own. Regardless, just stop sending nudes for free. Stop getting abused, used, tricked, played. Before this video, you had the excuse to say, well, I didn't know better. Now you know better. You've seen this video, you know better. So start to do better. That's all I have to say.